Join me in today's video as I plant my dahlias out. Hello everyone. Wow, what a lovely bank holiday weekend. I'm in the cut flower patch and I think I'm going to plant dahlias. I was going to wait until my sheep were shorn because I wanted the fleece, especially with being so dry, just to keep the moisture in the soil. So I think I'll water soil, plant, and then put the fleece on and then plant, and it should just stop them drying out too quickly. So I was going to wait, but then my friend messaged me and said that she's had her sheep shorn. Did I want the fleece? I said yes please. So I went and picked it up. So I've now got some fleece, and I can use my fleece for the dahlias I'm not going to plant today, because I won't plant the ones that have been grown from cuttings today. I'll only plant the ones from tubers. A little bit disappointed actually. I was just looking at the dahlias and I don't know how I hadn't noticed it, but one of the ones which my friend got me as a present, which I'm going to name and shame, which was from Sarah Raven, has got the worst crown gall photo here. So it just needs binning. So now I'm really concerned because I've got a few more Sarah Raven dahlias of the same variety. You know, were they cuttings from the same plant? I mean, you don't know, do you? So I think I'm just gonna be a little bit careful about where I plant them, because I don't want them to, I mean, they don't have any signs of gall at the moment, but if they have, I don't want them to infect everything else. I don't know, I don't usually get starlings, never have starlings, and there are these can you hear them? They've been here for about 2 hours, just flying around, being very noisy. I'm not really sure where they've come from. But anyway, if you know about starlings, let me know in the message. So anyway, I'll put the picture in of that dahlia. So I think when we're planting them, we'll give them a really good check as well. We'll weed the bed, water the bed, cover the bed in fleece, dig the holes, put the dahlias in, and then probably water the dahlias again. Okay, lots to do, better get started. Okay, so I'm hoping it's not going to take me very long to weed this. The weeds aren't deeply rooted, they're just going to pull out quite easily. So I'll go ahead and get it weeded, and then we'll give it quite a good water, because it's pretty dry. But it's not too bad. It could be worse, because obviously, because there's not been anything in this, it's not being watered at all, and with it being very dry, it could have been a lot worse than it actually is. So in fact there's a worm there, so that's all good. Okay, so I've weeded down through. There are a few borage seedlings down there, which I haven't dug up, only because I want to put them in the cottage garden, but it's a bit hot to move them now and they're very dry. So I'll water the bed, leave them where they are for now, then I might move them first thing in the morning into the cottage garden, because they're not going to be in the way of where I want to plant the dahlias now, because they're quite near the edge of the bed. Right, okay, let's go and get some water. I don't know why I said I was going to leave those borage in there till the morning. I'm about to cover the whole bed in sheep's fleece, so they'll get covered up if I don't dig them up now. So I'll very, very quickly dig them up, just put them in a tray for now, and then cover the bed in the wool. Right, I've got my first trolley of wool. I think I've just put 2 fleeces on this, so I think probably maybe 4 will be enough. So let's see how far we get with 2. These fleeces are a lot bigger than my little Shetland sheep fleeces, so actually they've gone quite a long way, which is great, because I'm going to have 2 dahlia beds this year, and I should have enough wool to cover both, which will be absolutely perfect. Okay, so the fleece is all on, so now I'm going to dig the hole, and I'm going to be using my hori knife as my measurement. So I'm going to have 30 centimetres between my dahlias, this way and this way. I think it's supposed to be 38 dahlias in here, but I can't remember if that was, I've obviously got some daisies down the end there, and I can't remember if they're going to be in the way or not. But like I said, I've got another bed for dahlias as well, so it's not the end of the world if it's 36. All right, I'll start digging some holes. I think I've decided, because it's so hot and because the soil is nice and moist, I'm actually, instead of digging all the holes and then putting all the dahlias in, I'm going to plant the dahlias as I go, because that way the holes won't start drying out. So I think I looked at the height of all of them, and they're all pretty much metre. The only one that might be a little bit shorter was, I think, Joey Joshua was 90 centimetres. I don't know if you watched my other video, but the stakes at the two ends are a bit shorter. So I think I have to put Joey Joshua this end, and there was it Cornell Bronze that can potentially go down the other end, because I think that one was only 90 centimetres as well, and then all the ones that are the metre can go in the middle. So I'll go and get some dahlias so that I can put them in as I go. Okay, so really I want to be making the holes big enough for all of the compost that's in the pots as well, so that the roots can go in nicely without too much disturbance. So some of the tubers are sharing pots, so I won't need such a big hole, but I think this is one tuber on its own. Okay, so there we can see the nice roots there, and that is just one, so we'll pop him in the hole and fill in around the edges. I think the dahlias are desperate to get out now, to be honest. The weather's been very dry, so they really want to get going on. They've got really good root systems now. They probably will get sun slug damage, but I think because I've got so many, hopefully it won't destroy the dahlia. Right, okay, so that's the first Joey Joshua, so then I'll do my hori to measure where the next one's going to go, which again will be another Joey Joshua. And I've just got the bucket to put the soil that I'm digging up into, just because I don't want to make a mess really. Okay, I hope that's big enough. Now this might be 2 in here. No, I think it's just the one. Actually, if I put him that way, then he'll be easier to stake. There are some good things about clay, and the fact you can sort of mould it together means you can really make sure you've really set things in well, so they don't get like root rock. When you've got really loamy soil, if it gets really dry, sometimes things can really move out of the ground. But no, clay's all right as long as you take efforts to stop it drying out, which is why I've got a manner of different mulches all through the garden. I have actually got some loam in the cutting patch though, further up that way near the hedge. So you can have different soils even on the same site and in different beds in your garden as well. But this is more or less where the clay starts. So the roses behind me are quite happy in the clay, that's why they're there. Oh, move, spider, otherwise you'll get dug up. Okay, got rid of him. Right, I don't suppose you want to watch me dig 38 holes. I'll carry on and show you when I've finished. Okay, so they are 5 Joey Joshua, 5 Carmen Naomi, 5 Yellow Jill, 5 Wine-Eyed Jill, 4 Creme de Cassis, 4 Ambition, 4 Cornell Bronze, and then 2 Zundat Mystery Fox and 2 Brown Sugar. Well, that's the 38 dahlia tubers planted in here now. So fingers crossed that they'll grow on well. I've got about another 16 dahlias which are either cuttings or seed, and they'll go in the bed that's just running along behind this one. But they won't be ready to go out for probably another 3 to 4 weeks, so they'll be a little bit later. But anyway, thanks very much for watching me plant my dahlias out. I hope that you're nearly about to get yours in the ground as well, although I do know that if you're a bit more in the north of the country, there's talk of a frost coming. I've checked our lows and our nighttime temperature is going to be about 9 to 10. So let's hope that's right and they don't change their mind. I usually think that if I plant out at the beginning of June, we're good, and we're right at the end of May now, and the forecast does look good, so I really hope that's the right decision. Thanks very much for watching my video, everyone, and I'll see you again next week.